welcome to Tone Wars. I'm Carrie, and that is Jarrod.
What's happening, everybody? Good to see y'alls.
We are freezing up here in Michigan.
Yeah.
Why?
Because spring in Michigan.
It's like in the high 50s right now. We had the 80s last week. We had like 2 days of the 80s, a couple 70s. It was gorgeous. And now it's freezing cold.
I'm still sick of it. I
know.
just want to get on with it. Let's go.
I broke out my sundresses and the shorts and all of the things. And
nope.
Now I got to go back to sweatshirts and
winter coats.
Yeah. I'm over it.
I hear you. I am over it too. But, you know, Mother Nature's going to Mother Nature.
I don't like it.
Yep. She's toying with us this year.
I think this whole week is going to be freezing too. Let me look at my weather app. Let me put my glasses on so
60s tomorrow.
I can read it. Oh yeah, all week in the 50s and 60s and
Jeez.
Rainy. Wednesday, rainy.
So much for global warming, huh? Mm-hmm.
Ugh,
what a joke.
I know that there are places in the United States that had some horrible tornadoes this past week, so I guess we need to be thankful that
yeah.
we did. We weren't affected by them, but
yeah, we had 10, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Lucky that we did not get hit. Look what you're playing.
Yeah, I'm playing my Kiesel finally, because I modded it thanks to Steve Shaheen and also Mark Winiger of Winiger Guitar Works. He did the mod, and what a great job he did. And this thing sounds awesome now.
Good.
No more thin.
I know. It's too much money to not enjoy playing it.
Yep. No more thin sounds and hollow sounds anymore. This thing sounds fat and awesome now. And that feels great. It always had a great playability. It just felt terrible when I plugged it into an amp because it just sounded thin and anemic to me. And it felt brittle. Not anymore. Sounds really good now and feels amazing. So I couldn't be happier. Finally.
Happy for you. Super happy for you.
Same here. Thank you.
Yeah. Let's say hi. It's 5150 time. How are you?
Hey, what's happening?
Dean Harkness is here.
What's up, Dean?
Hey, Dean. Braxel is here.
What's up, man?
What up? Dean says, thought I was first, and then I saw 5150, but still, what's up? Braxel says, do you know that the average 60-year-old person will consume anywhere from 8,500 to 9,000 hamburgers?
Fun facts.
I think we've done that in the last, 15 years.
Probably.
I would say so. Hamburgers are kind of a go-to.
Every time we got done with a live stream for the last few years. Culver's? Yeah, let's go to Culver's.
Flux is here. Hey, Flux.
Hey, what's up, Flux?
And Chris Nash.
What's up, Chris? Good to see you, man.
Braxel says I went to Chat GTP and it told me that after I asked a question.
I tell you, man, Chat GBT is full of stuff.
GPT, yeah.
Yep. I wonder if it's accurate or not.
Tom F is here.
What's up, Tom? How you doing, man?
And then Chris Nash says, after playing around with Polychrome DSP plugins for a few months, I'm back in Fractal FM9 land again. Couldn't stay away. Something about the feel and response of Fractal amp modeling for me. Hey,
if that's what you like, then stick with it, you know? Because that's really where it's at. You got to stick with what works for you. You know, that's what I mean with all this modern gear and all the new stuff. People ask me, which one's the best? I'm like, which one do you like? This one? Well, then that's the best. Because they're all different, and they all have their nuances that we like and dislike. And you just have to find the one that works for you.
Braxel says Chat GPT said that was based on the average of 3 hamburgers a week. Do you eat 3 hamburgers a week?
Depends.
Ooh, I'm going. They went to commercial on me. Let's see. Sorry, it went to a commercial and then messed up where I was. Tom F says, better today, but still got the ocular migraine thing going. Oh, you get ocular migraines. I'm really sorry, Tom.
That sucks, man. Oh, you talking about the one where you get the line, the sparkly things in your eye? Yeah. I get those probably like 4 or 5 times a year, and it takes about 45 minutes for it to go away. I can always tell one comes on because I get a blind spot, and I'll be like, uh-oh.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden you can see it starting to like sparkle, and then it just kind of fades back this way, and then it's gone. Takes about 45 minutes for it to go away. It's a weird, it's a weird sensation.
Tom, how do yours manifest? He said he still has his ocular migraine thing going on.
Dude, that's...
Yeah, yours isn't painful. It's just weird.
I don't feel anything.
Yeah.
First time I ever had one, I remember I was at Walgreens, and I was walking around, I was looking for something, and I could not read the... I'm like, why is there like a hole? Like I can't see the... And then it got bigger, and I was like, I got to drive home. And I drove home with it, and even when you close one eye, it's still there. And you're like, yeah. And then you get home, and I was like, I don't know what's going on. And it kind of spread, and then after a while, everything had a ring around it, and you had this like sparkly ring around everything you saw, and then it just went away. And I was like, well, that was weird. Hopefully that doesn't happen again. It was just weird.
Brexel says, I do not know. It seems Polychrome is sucking cash with all these different plugins. I stopped after the first one.
I've never played any of them. Polychrome?
Yeah, Polychrome. Chris Nash says, I do think that just about anything can get you great tones these days, though. It's more about personal preference now than it's ever been.
You're right. It's the golden age of gear. Like, there's no excuses anymore to have bad tone. Like, oh, if I only had this. Like, no, it's you. You know, I mean, there's so many good options out there. There's just really no excuse. I mean, I can take any digital platform I have on the shelf over there and do a live stream or a video with it, and I know I'm going to get a great sounding tone out of it. So it's like, there's no excuses anymore. You know, even some of the older stuff. Because with the older stuff, it's really all about the IRs. Put some good IRs in there, and you're freaking done.
Chris Gonzalez is here.
Hey, Chris, what's happening, man?
Mike Nash is here.
Bleh.
Yeah, he says bleh.
Bleh. What's up, Mike?
Iron Game is here.
Hey, haven't seen you in a while. Good to see you, man.
Broken says, what's wrong with your eyes, Tom? Yeah, what's up with your eyes?
It's just a ocular migraine, and I don't mean to diminish it.
That's how yours manifests. Maybe his are different.
Yeah, maybe his are different. But if you Google the image, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
This like jagged, sparkly thing that goes...
I haven't got down there yet. Maybe he responded. We'll see.
Yeah, it's awful.
Mike Paget, what's up, Tone Wars? Hope everybody is doing great.
Hey, what's happening, Mike? Good to see you, man.
Adam Rutherford, yo. Yo.
Yo. Hey, yo.
Gary Davlin is here.
Gary Davlin, you devilish man. What's happening, dude?
Vince Salutari.
Hey, Vince, what's going on, man? What's going on?
Braxel says it was my first bowling league, thanks to handicaps.
Oh, boy.
Gotta get on the bowling league.
Gotta get on it.
Chris Gonzalez says, you're freezing and I'm melting in the desert. I would take some of your desert right now.
Yeah, let's trade a little bit.
I'm freezing, like my bones are cold.
Yeah, it's getting a little old up here.
Dean Harkness says it's 80 and stupid humid. Want to trade just for a little bit.
Yeah. I honestly, the cooler weather doesn't bother me so much because I work outside. So I'd rather be cool than hot. So I'm always okay with that to a certain degree. You know, I have my limits, but yeah.
Okay, Tom F. I scrolled down a little bit to find out. He says, I get them from having swollen retina and getting injections in both eyes for them every other month.
Dude.
No.
Ow. I'm just going to take these glasses off. I forgot to clean them. They're all smudged. I'll be cool tonight, not wear glasses.
Hey, he gets injections in his eyeballs.
Dude, that sucks. That's got to really suck. And then they're like, well, we'll numb them with an injection of... It's like, just do it.
Thank you.
They probably put a
drop
or some gel in there to, you know, who knows.
All right, let me scroll back up. Where did we go? 80 and Stupid from Dane. Okay, Michael Stewart. I got my back deck cigar in last night in Pennsylvania. Oh, nice.
Good for you, dude.
Happy deck cigar.
Hell yeah. I had one down here last night while I practiced.
Smell it.
You cannot.
I can
there's
too.
hardly, yeah, but you should
I
be,
can smell it through my stuffed nose.
you should sniff luggage at airports. She's a luggage sniffer. She can smell
bloodhound.
anything. Yeah, she's a bloodhound, man. Can't get away with nothing with this one.
No, it's that smell.
Yeah. Yeah, I got that rabbit air thing over here, and it works really well.
Obviously not.
Oh, hush.
Broken says, yeah, I just got a Kiesel K6, and it is indeed kind of thinner than my other guitars. My K7 is a little beefier, but it's definitely catered more towards, like, genty prog metal stuff.
Dude, get the mod. I'm telling you, that mod just saved this guitar. Because I literally, you guys know, I don't play this guitar ever in my videos or my live streams, ever. It's very rare. And it has to be a certain amp or certain amp model. And I'm pretty particular about it. And tonight I'm playing through the Mezzabarba, and it's freaking, I don't...
The Mezzabarba, you haven't played that in a minute.
It's been a minute, so I'm doing that with the Evo tonight, and it just sounds killer. Feels killer, too.
Chris Nash says, I did not expect today to be such a get her done day, but it was. Oil change, car wash, cut the grass, showered, shaved, all while the dog was getting groomed at PetSmart. Crazy Sunday. I had a crazy Thursday. My Thursday was like Thursday or Friday. I was like, got all of the things done. Cleaned the bathroom, cooked some food, finished up the laundry, all the things.
Hopefully tomorrow will be my get her done day. I got some stuff I got to get done tomorrow. Hell or high water, I got to get some stuff done,
Get your butt out of bed.
Or else my pressure washing season is going to be in trouble. Yep.
Chris Nation, nope, already read that. Tom F, yeah, the injections, read that one. It's just going to take some time.
Yeah, I hope so, man. Gosh, that's rough.
3J Music, it sounds like the same weather as upstate New York. Probably.
Probably. Yeah, we share a little bit of the same weathers.
Broken says, my mom gets shots in her eyes too every month. Luckily, no migraines. Whew. I don't want to get those.
Dude, that'd be rough, man.
Flux says, I love that EMG mod you put in the Kiesel. I love my EMG 81Xs, so I get it. You probably have more headroom.
Yeah, I have the mod at, like, when you can turn it up to 20 dBs. I don't need all that. So I just turned it all the way down and nudged it up to like just past 9 o'clock. And I have the dip switches in a V shape. And I'm like, there it is. I mean, I don't need anything else. This sounds perfect. And what's nice is you could defeat it by pulling the volume knob out. So if you don't want the mod, which if you're nuts, you can just pull the volume knob out.
Just pull the knob out.
Yeah. And I like the fact that it's on. Otherwise, if you have to pull it out and you bump it and turn it off, it sucks. You're never going to bump your volume knob and out. You're always going to bump it in.
Watch you do it now.
Yeah. So I'm glad that they did it that way, you know. I didn't know if you could choose that, but I think that's just the way it's set up.
3J Music, was it originally the lithium pickup in that Kiesel?
No, I put the Sonic Ecstasy pickups in it, which are the same ones in all my Majesty guitars. And I chose those because I love those pickups. They sound really good. Big, fat, full, like aggressive, like good output, everything. And I put them in this guitar. They sound like crap. And I'm not the only one that feels that way. I mean, Steve had the Rainmaker, I think, in his, and it sounded the same. Just thin and anemic. And both of us were like, dude, what is wrong with these things? So it's not the pickups. It's literally the wiring or something. Some people say, you know, when Mark did my knob, we talked about the tone woods, and he goes, the tone woods do affect it. He goes, I'm not saying it's going to be 100%, but there's an effect there. You got black limba with a burl top. He goes, those are, you know, pretty, but they don't sound good. So it's that. And then he said, if this doesn't fix it, then you can get the, I think it's Grove Tech saddles. Put those in. He said that'll darken it a little bit and take that spank out. But so far, I don't need them, so I'm happy.
Tom wants to know if we ever tried the maple bacon coffee.
Oh, haven't done it yet.
We looked it up. It did not come in decaf, so I won't be able to try it.
She's a decaf person.
Yes. The attack person.
Yeah,
so.
she doesn't do well under
on caffeine.
On
No
caffeine.
caffeine for me.
Yep.
James Moses, I've never been able to make a Marshall sound good, even with your QC Mr. Scary capture. I'm hoping the BDM 800 Bad Boy or the ToneX 7879 Brown sound will change my mind.
I hope so as well. I'm not a big fan of Marshalls. Like there's always just a thing with them that doesn't work for me. I think they sound good when other people play them, but maybe it's a feel thing. Maybe it's a combination of both. But I shoot everything out here. So every time I play a Marshall down here, I shoot it out with some of my other favorite amps, and I'm always like, yeah, it's lacking. It's cool, but it's lacking. You know, I'll never have one, but so far, not one has earned the right to be on these shelves anyways, for what that's worth.
Dean Harkness has never had Culvers. Is it just a Michigan thing? Ooh, I got the spinning circle.
You got to get you some Culvers.
Yeah. Next time you're up here.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like mind-blowing or anything.
No,
it's just a...
It's good.
Yeah.
It's the healthiest. It is the healthiest fast food burger there is
here in Michigan.
On the market.
Yeah.
No, period. It is the healthiest. Yep.
Period.
Yep. It's not all full of chemicals like
they
McDonald's.
also offer like broccoli as side. You can get French fries or cheese curds, but they have like broccoli
or onion rings or
coleslaw.
The pretzel bites are insane.
Right.
I'm kind of a fan of the pretzel bites.
They have gluten-free bun options too, so that's kind of why we end up going there all the time. I'm gluten-free, and we can go there and he can gluten it up and have a hamburger, and so can I. Let's see. Chris Dover. Tone Wars, why isn't Synergy flooding us with modules? They seem really slow. Imagine a Mezza module.
Oh, that would be great. I'm sure they're dealing with a lot of companies. They're trying to work with a lot of companies. A lot of it probably is the market share, or the split between the amp builder and Synergy, as far as how much the amp builder gets and how much Synergy gets. And maybe that could be what's holding people back. I don't know for sure, but there is a split because Synergy's got to get their cut of whatever, they need for the module. And then whoever, they licensed, whoever licensed their amp to, whatever, the preamp to them has to get a cut too. And if they can't make an agreement on, what's fair, then some guys might back out. I'm not sure if that's the case with all these guys, or if they're trying to roll things out slower or what, but there's a lot of business that happens behind the scenes that we don't see.
I like that, and I feel bad for you.
Yeah, that sucks, dude.
Flux says the Mezzabarba is looking good, all lit up. Excited to hear it tonight. Your captures of the amp really capture the spirit of the amp.
Thank you. Yeah, they do. I thought those captures came out really good. I love this freaking amp. It's really good.
Braxel is kind of out in left field, man. Okay, here
More
goes.
Stats from Braxel tonight?
My wife took me to get a pedicure with her, and right after the next few days, I got athlete's foot.
Ooh.
So bad I could not even think straight. Started on Thursday, and I got rid of it late last night. Well, that sucks, too.
Yeah, that does suck.
I mean, I'd rather have athlete's foot than eye injections, but... Yeah, I'm sorry.
If you had both at the same time, you'd probably want to just step in front of a bus.
Sorry, you got the athlete's
It's over.
Woo! Sal and Bergia, Ola, England equipment for upcoming The Haunted Festival. What? Ola, England equipment for upcoming The Haunted Festival 125 watt angle iron ball with a KSR 50 watt power amp and a 2x12 KSR cabinet.
Oh, nice. Yeah, he's always doing different rigs for different shows, which is cool. That's what I would do if I was him, too. If I had shows coming up, I would experiment with different rigs so I can tell everybody what I used and why I'm using it and what my experience was with it afterwards. It's great content. So, and it's in a live performance, setting, so why not,
Let's see. Dean Harkness. That's a migraine. I've had that, but my head doesn't hurt. Yeah. Yep. I don't have it, but Jarrod gets them.
Yep.
And yeah, it doesn't hurt. This is what the doctor told you, right?
Yeah, it's just a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
It's just
the ocular.
Oh, it's so bad because you're blind for a while. Kind of. You're partially blind. It's awful.
The plate man wants somebody to sing "Everybody Wants to Rule the World." That's my favorite song.
Oh yeah.
Do it up.
Oh, I can't sing that. You don't want me to sing that. It's a good song. You know what's funny is when I was a kid, I used to make fun of that song, but now it's like one of the coolest songs ever.
Nostalgic and awesome.
Well, when I was a but when I was a kid, it was like it's not Priest or Rat or Scorpion,
God.
so what the hell, bro? That's wimpy. But now I'm like, yeah, it's a pretty cool song.
Yeah. My voice is in no condition to sing today. I've got all this allergy crap going on. CS, evening, y'all. Was messing with the UA anti-pedal today. What a great pedal. I'm going to look into some of their other pedals.
What's up, Chris?
Pedals.
What's up, Chris? Yeah, that anti-pedal is amazing. It's a really good pedal. Super good.
Paul Smith is back.
What's up, Paul? Good to see you, man.
Iron Game says, fired up my old Boss JS10 today, and it sounded pretty good.
Nice.
Ben Burnett. Jim Gostad has eliminated the digital versus tube amp debate with his new ToneX Brown Pack. Digital is the new king.
Ah, we'll have to see. I'll have to try those out.
Chris Nash says, and they say us guitarists are cork sniffers.
We sure are.
Jim Simmons, Jarrod, a few years ago, Ola played through a 20-year-old Behringer V-Amp 2, and he got great metal tones out of it. You do not always need the latest gear to get great tones.
No, you don't. You just need to use your head. You know, just dial stuff in. And it's funny because a lot of us modern guys now, we're chasing tones from 20 to 30 years ago. And we're like, yeah, I want to sound like John Sykes or EBH on the first album or, you know, whoever, you know, from back in the day. And it's you know, and it's like, yeah, those tones are, some of them are 35 years old, you know. So it's not about, oh, you need the new thing. No, you need the old thing. And to use your damn head, you know, and just dial it in properly.
Tom says they put the drops in, the numbing drops, and then the injections. It's like
gotcha.
being in a horror movie.
Yeah.
James,
see that needle coming at you?
Yeah. James Moses, what food should I get for dinner? I'm open to anything. Get some Greek food.
Yeah, we got grape leaves, the lamb grape leaves, and
Great
they
things
were
for dinner.
perfect.
Super yummy.
So good.
Oh, and that lemonade.
Yeah.
So they had this new drink on the menu. It was a lemonade with mint.
Yep.
And excuse me, I'm so sorry about the allergies here. Yeah. It was like a slushy. So it was a lemonade slushy,
Yep.
but it had green mint leaves blended up into it. Not just crushed and stuff. It was like green lemonade. And it was so good.
And it had orange juice in it too, right?
Orange and lemon together.
With
mint.
Mint, yeah. It was good.
Oh.
Super refreshing.
Yeah.
Yep.
Much better. It sounded good and intriguing, but then when I actually took a drink of it, I was even more impressed.
Yeah. Yep.
Whew.
Because some drinks sound good, and then you drink it, you're like...
I know. I ordered it, and he's like, no. And I'm like, you guys, just try it. And he was being a turd today with all my ideas.
And I tried it.
He did, and
It
he
was
liked
good.
it.
Yep, I liked it.
Hey, Mikey, he likes it.
Yep, it was good.
So yeah, Greek food. There you go. That's our suggestion.
Yep.
Mike Paget, my Redseven Alchemy came in this week, and it works amazing with my 5153.
Oh, yeah. That's the perfect pedal for that amp because it doesn't cut too much low end. Did you crank the tone knob? And so what I did is I got the level all the way up, and the boost is up to like, it's like 8 o'clock. And I use both. The boost kind of fills it up a little bit. So level cranked, tone knob cranked, gain all the way down. And the boost is just up about 8 o'clock. And man, it's just full, fat, aggressive, really good. Great pedal.
Mike also says, so glad you did a video on it. Now I'm waiting on the MLC Brown Sugar pedal. Congratulations on the mod. It sounds killer.
Thank you. Congrats on your stuff as well.
I think you already explained this next question, but James Moses asks, any specific reason you went with push-pull instead of push-push?
On the mod just comes that way. So it's basically, it's just push-pull. So in is on, out is off, which is the way you want it because you buy the mod because you want to use it. So you don't want to accidentally shut it off. So I'm never going to turn it off. It's perfect now, you know. And the thing is this mod brought this guitar up to the same level as my Ernie Ball guitars. Normal. These are below normal when it comes to how they sound and feel. They just are. They're thin, bright, and anemic sounding. And this mod just brings it up to where it should be, you know.
Broken asks, so the mod basically beefs up your sound.
Yeah. Yep. It just gives you that little extra push. And I just feathered it in just enough so I can still use an overdrive and not have too much going on. And it just made the guitar sound much fuller.
3J Music, if there's another Kiesel in your future, give their beryllium pickups a try. That lower output PAF style into a high gain amp sounds killer. Also a much fuller sounding pickup.
I will definitely consider that. Thank you.
Bill Allen Go wants you to bring the thunder.
Well, I will in a minute. I will. I'm gonna. I'll bring.
Yeah, turn your phone off.
Yeah.
Chris Nash, I definitely feel better when I stay away from gluten as much as I can. Yes, you will. Broken, doesn't Gibson upcharge their Limba Carina guitars allegedly for the Tonewood purposes?
I'm not sure. I have no idea. I don't know a lot about Gibson guitars because I've never played one for very long, so maybe I should bring one on the show.
Let's see. Flux, I'm glad you easily sorted out your tone issues with the Kiesel. Any issues with the Schecter or with the Sustainiac?
Me too. No issues with the Schecter at all. The Sustainiac is an awesome pickup. I love it. It's a nice little trick.
Are you noticing any issue with our sound? Gee Whiz says your sound keeps cutting out.
It shouldn't be. We got all green.
I don't think anybody else has said anything.
Yeah, we got all green going on here, so we should be good.
James Moses, also still hoping for captures from you for the Redseven, the Dirt on QC. If that doesn't work for me, I guess I'm just more of a slow 150, 150 guy.
Yeah, I'll have to get some time to do that. Sorry it's taken so long. It's just been really busy here. I'm ramping up for my season here for pressure washing, and yeah, this time of year, I don't have 5 minutes extra to spare. If I do, I sleep in.
Dean Harkness says, so I'm not dying, just paranoid. Awesome.
Yeah.
Getting old sucks. Why the hell didn't you warn me?
It's better than the alternative, but yeah, it's not fun.
I can just watch you and know what happens.
Yeah. Yeah. I got some pains and aches going on.
Does.
Dude, this knee is giving me some major trouble lately, man.
Did you put your brace in the freezer?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. So after the show, I'm going to ice my knee. Good times.
You know, we should go back. We've been doing this show since 2017?
Something like that.
Something like that. We need to go back and watch you've got real dark hair, and I didn't have to wear glasses, and all of the things. We're getting old right in front of your eyes.
Getting old.
I can't see anymore.
I don't want to go back and look at that.
I'd make you sad.
Because even back then, I was like, oh, man, I'm getting old. And now I'm like, I'm officially getting old. Yep.
Depressed.
Yep. Don't need it.
Let's see. Flux, Jarrod, Neural announced that QC OS Update 3.1.1
I saw that.
comes in June to be followed by the QC OS 3.2.0 update soon after, which adds a very cool metronome as well as the Parallax X bass plugin on QC.
Yep, I saw that. That's going to be cool, man. Can't wait.
Six String Stranger has joined us. That is hard to say.
Six String Stranger.
Six String Stranger. I still can't do it. Braxel, only the Parallax? Question mark. Apparently that was the Flux. Chris Nash, I was seeing audio video cutouts, but I refreshed my browser window and all is fine.
Yeah, it should be good.
James Moses, yes, Sustainiac is great, but never try to get one installed into a guitar that doesn't come with one. Most luthiers can't handle the install.
Yeah,
Even the people Sustainiac has started to outsource to can't install it properly.
Yeah, when I got my Kiesel initially, I asked them if they could install one. They're like, no. They're like, sorry, man, we don't do that. And I don't blame them. It's a pain.
Braxel, I do not know why, but I have been playing Journey songs today. Yes, I listen to all forms of rock. Journey is awesome.
Journey's awesome, man.
Why not?
They're like a given. Like, yeah, they're just... If you don't like Journey, you got problems. Amazing band.
Chris Nash, my right forearm gets stiff and feels sprained a lot. I'm only 50 in August. What the hell?
Dude, I'm telling you, man.
Are you right-handed?
It happens. You know what really helps me, though, is working out. I work out at least 4 to 5 days a week, and I work hard, too, for a living. So, like, that, I think, is what's helped me. But it's also starting to work against me with my hip and my knee. My left hip and my right knee are really starting to feel it, man. I think I need to see a physical therapist. I think I got some physical therapy in my future here.
Yeah, Chris, I would imagine that's what it is. He said he's right-handed. I mean, I'm not a doctor at all, but my right forearm and elbow are painful occasionally as well, and it just might be from overuse. Or, well, I guess I was playing pickleball with my kids.
Yeah.
I love that so much, by the way. I keep them in the car now, just in case.
Yeah. Your kids or the
No, the pickleball equipment.
I keep my kids around just in case I see a court. Hey, let's go play. Mom, we're starving. Oh, you'll be fine.
Sokos Demetrius, I hope I said your name right. Hey, greetings from Greece.
Hey, what's up, man?
He only said hi to you, though. Hey, Jared, greetings from Greece.
Greetings.
Screw everybody else.
Yeah.
Screw everybody else, Sokos.
What's going on, man? Good to see you.
Tom F., has anyone in here used a Rodecaster Pro 2 or do as an interface, the PC? All right, Tom F.
Nope.
What kind of sentence structure is that?
You're going to be graded.
James Moses, I've spent about 1.2K hiring 3 different luthiers to try to install the Sustainiac. Been trying to install it for 2 years. Horrible experience.
Oh, man, I'm sorry to hear that.
Sokos is laughing. Funny girl. Let's see. Braxel wants to know if that's Topo Chico.
Yes.
But mine is not. Mine is called Vi. Belle Vi.
From Aldi.
From Aldi.
Yeah. She be cheap and stuff. I got bougie stuff.
You know it tastes good
It
because
is
you drank
good.
them all.
It is good. Hers is good too. I'm going to go get some. When I want to slum it, I can drink hers. Well, she brought that over because she drinks half of one here. And then she's like, I'm done. And I'm like, stop wasting my expensive bougie water. So she's like, fine. She brings over this stuff. And then one day I was like, let me try one. And I'm like, those are great. Like,
no, and they're they're a few bucks. Yeah. They're not expensive at all. Those are like $20 for a box of those.
Yeah, $14.99 for a box of these.
And these are like
12 of them.
$4.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But they're so good. And they encourage me to drink water more. Want me to do a mix or two?
Braxel says, yeah, sure. Braxel says, oh, Carrie, I'm very happy to see you. Sorry for being rude. I missed you last week. Yeah, last week was Mother's Day. I was having a Mother's Day.
She had herself a day.
Yeah.
All right, let me do this real quick. Let me fire everything up. Give me a second. Mute the mics.
Everybody went home.
All right. Everybody went home?
Everybody went home.
Everybody... I don't blame them. I'd go home too. I almost did Space Zombies, but I'm like, oh, I practiced it.
Save it for later.
I practiced it last night, and I'm like, I don't know if I'm ready for that yet.
Dean says he's been telling his kids he's got 5 years, or they've got 5 years, and it's your turn to take care of this old man. Yep. Excuse me. Yep.
After a while, it switches, doesn't it?
Jim Simmons, why is the Sustainiac system so hard to install in the guitar?
I'm not sure. They have another sustain system out there. They keep emailing me or messaging me on Facebook. Something AP Sustainer or something. He's like, dude, check this out. I'm like, I don't have a guitar I want to put this in. Sorry, man. I mean, I'd love to check out your stuff, but I don't have a guitar that I want to mod, and put that in. So, but maybe one of these days I'll buy a project guitar and reach out to them and see if they want to, do it. But, yeah, I'm about as handy as a foot, so you don't want me working on your guitar.
He is not wrong.
I am not handy at all, so...
The Kiesel sounds brutal from CS.
Oh, thanks, man.
He's got the I love you sign up.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Sounds brutal. Yeah, it does, man. Dude, this guitar is like perfect now. It feels amazing to play. I have no complaints at all. None. Freaking love it. Do that mod. Trust me. Do the mod and let me know what you think.
Braxel, you got something. You're something tonight. Braxel was the one that had the athlete foot story earlier, right?
Yep.
All right, well, my friend is all pissed. He had a friend come over with another friend, and I guess he had a stinky butt. And when he left, he can smell it stunk up his couch, and he wants to know how to fix it.
Dude!
What are you smoking tonight,
We've
Braxel?
gone full Springer.
What is happening?
Welcome to Springer Wars.
I'm going to just get comfortable here.
Okay, so they said you came over and stunk up his couch with your stinky butt. What do you have to say for yourself? Oh, you haven't showered in a month? Well, here's some advice. Go sit on a fire hydrant.
We have just gone. I think we need to end it.
We have jumped the shark.
We need to end.
We have jumped
show.
the Springer. The Springer's in the water with this little microphone, and we're jumping over him now. Good Lord.
We gotta rein this in a little bit. They make this stuff called what's the
Febreze?
Febreze.
I don't know, man. Sometimes you just got to burn the couch. If it gets that bad, you just burn the damn thing. Like, sorry, we're going to sacrifice this to the stinky butt god.
Just put it out. It's your outdoor couch now.
Yep. You know what you should do, though, is have a policy. Before anybody comes in your house, you got to sniff their butt. And if it stinks, well, sorry, you can't come in. You got to have a butt sniffer instead of a butler or a butler. A whole new term for butler.
Good grief. All right, CS already said that. Thinks your guitar sounds brutal.
Thanks, dude. It really does. It's so much better.
Tom F. Carrie, hey, I can't see that great to worry about spelling or sentence structures. I hear you. I could not figure out. I couldn't help you with that one.
Yeah.
Usually I can read through the weirdness, but not just your weirdness. Everybody's.
Yeah, everybody's. But he's got the ocular thing going on, so we get it.
All right, I'll give you a break.
Just tonight, though. Next week.
Braxel, Febreze has a smell that just makes the smell have a perfume smell, but does not get rid of the underlying smell. Yeah, you might have to call you can, sometimes carpet cleaners also do furniture. You know, they've got a furniture attachment and
the butt stink attachment.
Yeah, they have like an enzyme shampoo that would it works for pet issues.
Pet stuff.
So it probably would work for human butt issues as well.
Wow. Such a great topic. Lovely.
Let's see. Okay, where are we at? Way Cool Jr. Let's see what Way Cool Jr. has for me. Ms. Carrie with the K, remember the other day you were sad, so I got you some gluten-free pancakes, but you were still sad because there weren't enough power amps in the world. Well, maybe this will help. Friedman is building a power amp just like it says in the good book. sorrow me the door for the night, but FedEx deliver in the morning. Holly New Year. Yeah, he's smoking something too. You guys are weird tonight. Something weird is happening. I don't know what it is. I feel like I'm in Twilight Zone. And I did not get pancakes. No gluten-free pancakes the other night. Let's see. Braxel, sorry I shared that all with you. It's a weird night. Let's see. CS, Jarrod, don't think I didn't hear the clam. Oh yeah, we heard the clam.
The what?
The clam that you stepped on when you were playing.
Oh, yeah. I did have a minor couple there.
Mike Nash, my wife gets to hear these Sundays with you guys a lot. She really likes Jarrod's playing.
Oh, well,
There
good.
you go.
Yep, thank you. Appreciate that. There's one person who enjoys it.
Instead of the butt start.
Yeah.
Braxel says that amp really sounds good. The open chords got a good harmonic to them.
Yes. Oh, this is a good amp, man. I highly recommend it. I mean, it's definitely an amp I'll never sell. I mean, it's one of a kind. Very, very good amplifier. And with the right boost pedal, it sounds even better. I can't tell you what boost I'm playing right now because it's over there, and I'm demoing it for tomorrow. So tomorrow you'll find out what it is.
Let's see. A Crowned Warrior Band. Crowned Warrior Band. That's
Interesting.
nice.
Okay.
I didn't realize until your last video that you used the Sonic Ecstasy. I bought a Music Man JP16 with the pickup and love it. Very rich harmonic content. Love it.
Good. Thanks for commenting. Yeah, they're my favorite pickups. Easily my favorites. So much that when I got my Kiesel ordered, I called them and said, "Can you make me?" And they're like, "We don't make those anymore, but we'll do it one last time for you, but don't tell anybody." So I'm not going to tell anybody that they did that.
Okay. Thy wings, thy horns, thy sin. Baby wipes are amazing, aren't they?
Yes, yes,
can
they are.
be. Yeah. Just don't flush them.
Yeah, don't flush them, man. They're not. Any time they say flushable, I'm like, nope, you're going to be calling a plumber if you flush those.
Bill is here. Did you have a moment when something finally clicked in your playing? Maybe a particular exercise or concept unlocked things for you?
Oh, that's a great question.
He likes your question.
I like your question. So, I think it was a lot of moments, to be honest with you. One of the things that really helped me, honestly, was when I got backing tracks for all of the songs. Even when I was in a band, I got the backing tracks for all the songs, and I'd practice to them. And it really helped me figure out the timing, because I'm not a learned musician. I'm not schooled in any way. So everything I do is trial and error. And I finally got the feel for some of the songs, because some of the songs had weird time signatures and stuff. And I was always trying to find the one or the downbeat or something that made my solos kind of line up properly. Because I'd listen back to our live shows, I'd be like, man, I'm off a little bit here and there. And then what really helped me was playing to the studio recordings, because they're all time aligned. You know, everything's snapped to a grid in the studio like everybody does. And so now, instead of playing to a metronome, I'm playing to music that's snapped to a metronome. So it's perfect. And it really helped me fall in line with my solos. And that's why I practice to these backing tracks when I get a chance. I haven't been practicing very much lately because of my schedule, but when I do, I can find the time, better, and I can find where I land on notes. Like on Grateful, that one I played, I think it was the second one I played. There's a lot of weird spacing in that first part of the solo, and you really have to find how to space things out. So playing to a backing track that's snapped to a metronome is definitely something that helped me click in and go, oh, that's how it's supposed to feel, or I'm supposed to do things this way, and it helps lock me in. The other thing was playing to a metronome, which I bucked for many years because I just thought it was boring. But when I finally sat down and played to one, at first it was very intimidating, because you hear how off you are, and you hear how sloppy you are, and you're like, wow, I'm a slob on this thing, and I thought I was doing well, but I'm not. But it's just me, so it's not like I'm embarrassed. There's nobody else in the room. So I had a private session with that, and the metronome is never wrong. So it really helped me lock in, and as much as I bucked it for many years, I appreciated it more. The first session is always the worst one. After that, though, it actually becomes fun because you're looking at the challenge. Like, I'm going to see if I can tighten this up, and then you hear your progress and how tight and fast you are now, and it really does help. So those are the two things that really helped me and really let me know that, all right, I'm leveling up now. So try that, and hopefully that'll work for you.
Michael Stewart, any favorite tremolo pedals?
Tremolo pedals?
Tremolo pedals, any favorites?
I played through one once, and it was on a Line 6 Helix. I had one for one of our songs back in the day. I had a tremolo pedal. That intro to I, that dun, 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 dun. Yeah, that was that kind of thing, yeah. So I used one for that, but other than that, I haven't really played through a lot of those.
Braxel, Jarrod, you're going to hear Boost Karen's cry after you show that pedal.
Oh yeah, it's all about the Boost Karens. I have a T-shirt in the works. I'll have a design Monday or Tuesday on it, and yeah, so we're gonna finalize that and release those. So I can't wait to release those shirts. I think they're gonna sell like crazy.
Bill says, it seems the best players are not schooled or have very little theory. Thanks for the backing track tip.
Oh, you're welcome, man. Backing tracks is really where it's at because it's fun. It's fun, and you get to be creative, and you write with it, and it really does level you up big time. And you know who taught me that was Michael Romeo. I was watching something probably 10 years ago with him backstage, and he was like, well, when we record in the studio, the engineer always gives me the solo sections on a backing track, and he goes, that's literally what I do before we go on stage. I just sit back here and practice to those. I practice to them at home, on the tour bus, whatever. And I was like, what a great idea. So I started doing that, and I've been doing it ever since. And I mean, that guy's a world-class player, so if it worked for him, why wouldn't it work for me?
Want to play something?
I do. Let me do Out of Nowhere. I haven't rehearsed that one today, but hey, let's see if we can create a train wreck.
Find some more clams.
Yeah, let's go clam hunting, guys. Here we go. There's a couple for you.
We're back.
I'm trying not to chicken out on Galactic Space Zombies tonight, but I'm gonna play it because I just got to get over my nerves on it, and it's gonna be hilarious when I play it too. Cause
you're gonna be just fine.
Oh no, I'm not. Nope. I practiced it last night, and I'm like, holy crap! I used to play that song 10 times a day, just to stay up on it, because that's what it took to stay up on that one, and I've gotten away from that. So tonight, we're all gonna enjoy a clam fest. We're gonna have a clam bake tonight.
I like it.
Yeah, we're gonna have tons of stuff.
Flux says, sounds really chunky and fat. Those lead cut through nicely.
Thank you.
Axel, yeah, love that amp. Jarrod, you play that stealth anymore?
Yeah, I do play the stealth quite often, actually. Yeah, it's a good amp. Maybe I'll play it on the couple live streams from now. We'll see.
Bill, did the metronome help you develop speed, or do you have another tip for that?
Actually, metronomes do two things. They help you develop clean playing and speed, because a lot of times you can go really fast, but it's not clean. And that's the problem. Like, you can shred your ass off, but and in the mix of everything, it sounds like you're playing really well, but when you pull it all away, you're like, ooh, I'm a sloppy mess. So, and that's when it really matters, is when you're in the studio. When you're in the studio, you have to play perfect, or at least as close to it as you can. And the studio is the great equalizer. I mean, there are many guitar players, and I'm one of them, that you know, you are in for a rude awakening when you start recording in a studio, because you play it back and you're like, God, I'm a mess, you know? You're like, oh, let me do another take. And it's not the fact that you need to do another take. Sometimes it's just, you suck.
You're gonna clean that up.
Yeah, you suck at that certain thing that you're going fast with, and you're not playing as well as you thought you did, because you're always playing in a mix. It's loud at band practice, on stage, whatever. And the studio is the great, it's a humbling experience. And that's where the metronome comes into play. That's when the metronome will tell you where you're off, where you're sloppy, and what you have to do is you got to slow that thing down. Like, let's say your song's like 150 BPMs, and you're like, yeah, you know, but then you hear it back and you're like, it's a sloppy mess. You got to bring it down to 100 and play it slow, and then work your way up to clean playing. And I'm guilty of that right now. Like, there's things I'm playing tonight that I'm hearing in my head. I'm like, yeah, I was a little sloppy. But I've gotten away from it a little bit because of the time that I don't have to practice as much as I used to. In fact, right now, I'm trying to come up with a practice regimen that allows me to do all the things that I need to do, but do it in a short amount of time, so that at least I got that done today.
So you got to join the 5 a.m. club.
Yeah.
You got to do the 5 a.m. club, and they do a 20-20-20 split. 20 minutes of vigorous exercise as soon as you get up.
Yeah.
And then 20 minutes of something educational, and 20 minutes of something, I forgot what the last 20 minutes was, but
I'll have to skip the education and go straight to guitar. You know, because, like, I literally have to get up earlier. You're right, you got to get up earlier, but I also have a limited amount of time, so I have to just come up with something. Because I was talking to somebody today about that, a friend of mine, Jeff, and we were talking about it, and a lot of people they say, oh, I practice every day. And it's like, do you practice, or do you noodle around playing the same crap over and over again, like 90% of the other guitar players out there? Yeah, that's kind of what I do. That's not practice. That's noodling. Noodling doesn't get you anywhere, because all you're doing is playing the same crap you play every day over and over again, and you get really good at that, but those aren't songs. Those aren't anything constructive. It's noodles. So I noodle to warm up, but once I'm done with that, like 5-10 minutes of that, it's like, all right, metronome. All right, you know, I used to have a practice regimen when I had a metronome practice session for 20 minutes every day. 20 minutes. And when 20 minutes was up, I would start playing my backing tracks and my mixes and stuff. And then at the end of that session, I'd go, all right, what did I struggle with in these backing tracks? And I would go over those parts over and over again. And that was my session. So that's kind of what I have to do now. I have to get back to that so that I can, you know, and I don't have an hour, though. I have maybe a half an hour. So maybe I got to do 2 minutes of noodling, 10 minutes of metronome, and whatever mixes I can fit in with the rest of the time, do that, and at least it's better than nothing, you know. So that's kind of where I'm at.
Braxel says, "Is that noise Jarrod's gate opening and closing?"
Probably.
Steve Shaheen is here.
What's up, Steve?
He says it sounds thick.
Thank you. Thanks
Hi,
to you,
Jordan,
dude.
if you're there with Steve.
Hey, Jordan. Steve, what's going on?
Bill, I've heard about the recording yourselves. It reveals all the mistakes.
It does, man. It's so weird. Like, my first time in a studio was a very humbling experience. And I walked out of there feeling like I felt really bad. I just was like, oh my God, I have so far to go. But you got to get over it. You got to get past it. And, you know, practice and metronomes will help you. And that's the thing is, like I said, I bucked the whole metronome thing for many years, but I paid for it when I got in the studio because I'm like, I am not good. I am not tight. I'm all show and no go. So I had to really work on some stuff.
Chris Nash says Ben Eller did a video on this recently. 30 minutes following a 10-10-10 thing. Yeah, so if you're going to do an hour, it's 20. But yeah, 30 minutes is 10-10-10.
Yeah, you really have to be very strict with your practice sessions.
Tony
really
Krozik says, "I'm late, but I'm here. Good day, Tone Wars gang. Oh, the missing 20 minutes you mentioned is cigar time."
There you go.
If it only took 20 minutes, that would be amazing.
Yeah, well, I have small cigars. And see what's nice down here is I could practice while I'm having a cigar. But I play so much that the cigar ends up going out, so it's kind of pointless. If I'm in a hurry, I might as well just play guitar.
Bill says, "That's where I've struggled. Do I play scales? Do I learn songs I like? Do I improvise? I find noodling doesn't get me very far."
It doesn't.
Thanks for the tips. Might be a good YouTube video subject.
Yeah, it's actually, you're welcome, and it's actually is something I've been thinking about. I just got to perfect the system, and then I'll do the video, because, you know, you have to have productive practice time. It's kind of like going to the gym. You know, I work out as well, and there's days I just don't have time to do what I would consider a full workout. So what I'll do is I'll do supersets. I'll do, like, you know, 3 stations for, like, if I'm doing arms, I'll do 3 different bicep exercises in a row. And while I'm resting my arms, I'll do triceps. And I'll do 2 in a row of those, and I'll switch back to biceps. And it's constant. And I can actually get an amazing arm routine done in like 15 minutes. And it's an awesome exercise program. And I walk out of there like, dude, I'm freaking, my skin's about to burst, man. I got this huge pump, and you're like, yeah, you know, it's great. And the next day I'm sore as hell. I'm like, why don't I do this more often? So, you know, there are ways to get things done very quickly and to have a very productive session when it comes to practicing, working out, or whatever. You just have to find a way to use your time effectively.
Chris Nash says, "I need to get out of Noodle Land as well."
Yeah, noodling's fun, but it really is not going to get you anywhere eventually. And that's why a lot of guitar players are just stuck in the same rut for 10 years. They don't improve. It's because you just got good at noodles.
Steve Shaheen says, "Accuracy equals speed. Practice things slow and perfectly. When you memorize the accuracy, the speed will come."
Exactly. It's the technique. You're programming your hands with the technique, and eventually it comes. You'd be surprised.
That's how I learned to type way back in the day in high school. You start out real slow. You're memorizing where the keys are, and then, you know, after a while, you memorized it. It's muscle memory, and you...
It's programming. Yeah. A good story that reminds me of this, too, is when Arnold Schwarzenegger got the part for Terminator. He said, "I literally just went to a gun range, and I had to learn how to use guns, load, reload, drop clips, put the new clip back in without looking at it. It had to be a habit because I'm a robot. I shouldn't have to look at it. It should all be programmed." And he goes, "I literally spent weeks at a firing range where I just unloaded guns. I'd fire, empty the clip, put a new clip in." He got to the point where it was really slow at first. It's scary. And he said, but by the end of the training sessions, he said, it was all programming. And he said, "I learned that at the gym. It's all muscle memory. Program your body." Next thing you know, he said, I was doing this stuff like it was nothing, like I was a robot on screen. And that's the same way with practicing. You got to just keep programming. And you'd be surprised what 1 month of playing to a metronome will do for your playing. I'm not kidding you. you'll almost double or sometimes even triple your speed, and your accuracy is going to be amazing. You just got to get that through that first week. The first week is going to suck. You're going to be like, dude, I'm a horrible guitar player. I felt the same way. But once I got through that and I started playing more and more, it just programmed into my hands. Next thing you know, I'm doing stuff way better than I thought I would. So give that a try. Give yourself a month.
Braxel says the gym is the king. Blah, 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 blah. The gym is the king of stinky places to go. Bring plenty of towels.
It gets a little stinky there.
Bill wants to know what metronome you like.
Actually, I use the one that's in my Spark. That's the other tip. Get a Spark amp. Just go get a Spark 40, the new one. Go get one of those. You can play backing tracks through it. It's got a tuner. It's got a metronome.
Use Jarrod's link to Motor City that's in the description so that he gets credit for it.
Yeah, I mean, if you want, I'd appreciate that. Just use that. Order one from Motor City. They just got a bunch in, too, the Spark 2s. And I sell the hell out of those things when I was working there. And they're just amazing. They're amazing. So because that has a metronome in it, and you can practice all day long with it. And it's awesome.
The Metal Edge says noodles are for eating.
That's right. Noodles are for eating.
Well, we're caught up. It's 8:23. Do you want to play a song and then?
All right. So I'm going to prove why you should practice right now, because I'm going to play Galactic Space Zombies, and it's going to be an absolute train wreck, guaranteed. And this is why you should practice, kids, right here. So stay tuned for that.
All right, get your last comments and questions in, and then we'll be out after a little after the song.
All right, here we go. Let me see if I can even remember this thing. Here we go. That wasn't too bad.
It wasn't too
It
bad.
wasn't great either. There's some definite blackmail material in there for me. Yeah, that was interesting.
Braxel says there is a lot going on there.
Yeah, that's a tough one, man. That is a very, very tough song to play. It's definitely my hardest one. I got 2 more that I'm working on right now that are equally as hard, but this one, every time I get done, my whole wrist, it's like it's got a pump, you know, like I did.
Keep your ice pack next to it.
Yeah, like I did curls or something, you know. It's just all like, it's just all pumped up like I'm at the gym. It's crazy.
Jarrod, can you also use a drum machine instead of a metronome?
Yeah,
From
yeah.
Jim Simmons.
Absolutely, man. Like whatever is perfectly in time that has a good groove to it that you can practice to, do it. That's why I do the backing tracks, because they're all lined up perfectly. And, you know, when I practice to all that, I'm practicing to something that's perfect. That's like everything I played tonight. It's all snapped to a grid, so it's all perfectly timed. So when I'm playing to that, I'm playing to a metronome anyways, and there's a groove there, and there's notes and chords and things that I'm kind of playing along with, and it helps me with my writing. It helps me with like knowing what notes go where and how to like accent things differently and all that. So yeah, I mean, I would say a metronome's great for when you're just trying to get down something, like, man, I'm just trying to get this run down, and it feels like I got too many notes in there, and it helps you break things down and do the math. And then once you get that down, then it's like go back to the song and the track and then try that again, you know.
Chris Nash thinks a good name for a song would be Shortcut to Culver's.
A shortcut to Culver's.
Tony Krozik says, sorry I missed the mod on the Kiesel. What was it? Somebody. Oh, they want to know what it is.
Yeah, it's the EMG Alexi Lejo mod, and you can get it. If you look on my video that I did about it, there's a link in the description to that their website, and you can get that. It's like $80-some. You don't need to get the pickup. Just you got to call them and just get the mod, and they'll send it to you. And just have you, or if you want to do it, or a luthier put it in. I'm not kidding you. It's worth every penny. It turned this guitar into something that was, where it was just a pretty guitar, you know, just a pretty face, into a fully functional guitar for me.
Flux says, I really like Galactic Space Zombies Trainwreck. More Romeo level stuff, man.
Thank you. Yeah, it's definitely a interesting song. It's very hard to play for me anyways.
Jim Simmons thought it was great playing.
Thank you. That if there's one song that I have time to practice, that's the one, you know, that I'll have to do in the mornings, because if I get that one down, I could pretty much do anything after that.
Braxel, I believe next weekend is a holiday weekend. Yeah, it's Memorial Day.
Oh, it is. That's right. Yeah.
We'll still be here.
Yeah, we'll still be here for sure.
All right, it's 8:30.
8:30.
It's been a completely full show.
It has. Yeah, we did a lot of stuff, and I played everything on this tonight. This is a first. So, yeah, if you guys are frustrated with your guitar, whether it's a Kiesel or anything else, get that mod. Just go get it. It's amazing.
Thank you, Belle. He says, glad to see Carrie back this week. It's not the same without her.
You're right. It's not. She's the best.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
She's the best.
It's a good time. Braxel definitely kept me on my toes tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, gosh. All right. Well, we're not going to Culver's, but it is time to
Yeah,
get
it's
a
time to
snack.
go. Yeah, it's time for a snack. All right, guys. Well, thanks for joining us. Appreciate it. Thanks for all the support and everything. Always love hanging out with you guys on Sunday nights. So, and like I always say, every day's a gift.
And thanks for spending part of your gift with us. Have a great week. And yeah, it'll be Memorial Day. And
Yeah.
happy Memorial Day weekend this coming weekend. We'll see you.
We'll see you all soon.